Hey everyone, Rusty here. I got the what I hope to be the rest of my steering components in. Got a steering wheel, got a quick release, got a bar shaft here, got a coupler U-joint, and then I have what I had put on before, and that piece I can disassemble somewhat. And last but not least, it's got this spider down here still. We're gonna leave him alone. Let him live his little life there. He's not in the way yet. I can just remember to go around this way. I wish he'd move on, but this little piece of the world is all that he knows. So anyways, here's where the quick release goes on. And then this shaft is sealed, which will allow me to use U-bolts, I think. And here is the 3/4 inch D attachment. So what I discovered is I can just pull this shaft right on out of there. And what I'm thinking is I might be able to just remove this piece. I don't know how it's attached, instead of having to cut that shaft. But anyways, I'll get the camera set up and I'm going to push this one into place. And then get that adjusted right, and then I'll know how long of a bar I need for that section. And I don't think I'm going to need that coupler. I can just cut the bar to the right length. Oh, I do need the coupler to couple these two pieces together. So okay, I got everything I need, I think. We'll see how it goes. I don't have any U-bolts or anything for up here, so I'll figure that out later, but I can just zip tie it in place for now just to be sure I got the right length in and go to the parts store and buy what I need. But I think we're making some real progress here on the steering. Might just do it today. Alright, I'm going to poke this steering shaft through the firewall. That's gonna work. I'm just gonna go get me some zip ties and something to cut it with real quick. I'll be right back. Yeah, gonna throw my steering wheel in here. This coupler. Got some bolts. I'm gonna need to get me a little crescent wrench, some scissors, some zip ties. Maybe I need that Allen wrench. I don't know which one it came with. Be a lot easier getting in and out of here if that seat was bolted down. But there's another one of those little spiders like right here. Get out of here, dude. This ain't the place for you. Okay, you left. So there's no front or back to this one, just a straight steering wheel. I'm going to go ahead and attach this real quick. I'll maintain the instructions, right, as if I'm gonna read them. Not a chance. I don't know what what this bolt's for. There we go. Okay. None of this was a kit. I bought everything separate, and I did that, and I saved like $100. In case you were wondering why I was measuring everything in the other video. It's because I wasn't gonna buy a kit for $260. Well, I could spend $150 buying the separate pieces. It took longer, but you know, do you have the time? I certainly did have the time because I have work, but right now I'm on vacation, so by the time my vacation's over, I expect to have a few more projects finished. That's pretty good. Might as well tighten it down. I don't see any reason why the steering wheel will come off. Later, if I want a different steering wheel, easy. 50, 60 bucks, I can get another one just like this that has whatever dished out settings I need. But this is going to be how I initially set it up. Okay. Let me cut these zip ties out of the way. They're not right. Oh. Sorry. No warning on that one. She was gone. Now how can I force this to center? I think yeah, there's like a slot here. Now it kind of hits. Not necessarily a bad thing, but alright, we'll just go all the way at the end. Yeah, I gotta use 2 zip ties. Guess I should have thought this out, but we'll get there. We'll go like this. About like that. All right, this silly ass thing here is in the way. There we go. Yeah, I think that's it. So I can fight it. Maybe pull it out just a little bit more. Yeah, I think that's about where we need to be. And then I can get some little U-bolts, and there's already some holes drilled right there. Okay. Tighten it down into place a little better. It's sliding back towards the firewall. Yeah, I think I can fight it pretty good. Maybe later we'll get a quick steer, but not right now. Let me get another zip tie in there just to hold this thing into place. Not too much in the way. I gotta fix this hood. Our ceiling is not tacked on anymore, and then I can fix this little repair on the fiberglass. But I'm going to bring you up top, well actually in the engine bay, and we'll see how we have to adjust other things on that side so that we can have it mounted properly. Okay, you can see this lower shaft is not going to be long enough even if it was the right size, you know what I mean? So we don't need that piece. What we do need is this piece. Let's see if I can get it in there. Come on. There we go. Oh, would you look at that? It's probably just gonna work right out of the gate without any cutting. No, we're gonna have to cut it. I just looked at this other piece. Well, that's why I bought it all. So, just have to install this little U-joint right here. And what I'll do is I got this one stuck all the way in there. I got plenty of length, right? So I'm just going to guesstimate that I need to cut it about right here. And then I'm going to install this. And I'll install this one, right? That screws run all the way down. Of course they tightened them. I'm just going to install it pushed in pretty far, and then I'll be able to adjust it out and have plenty of space in case one day we have a shorter driver or whatever, right? So I'm going to get that set up. When I bring you back, we'll have this one installed on here and on the other end, and this will be cut and we'll be putting it back together. Well, I'll let you see me cut it. So let's say we only go flush and only to go flush. So right here is maximum, but I got a lot of movement I can do here. So I want to be able to install this easily enough. So yeah, I basically cut it back to here so I can easily install it. There, I just made some line with the grease, right? I'll be back with the reciprocating saw. Hope my blade's sharp enough. Okay, here goes nothing. Well, I guess I should probably hook my saw. It literally was nothing was gonna go. Okay. Let's see. Right there. Can I keep this in place? Yep. That Amazon Chinesium cuts pretty easy. It's just shaking too much, that's all. Okay. Hopefully my wrench is all that fell. How come you didn't tell me stuff was falling? Wrong size wrench, of course. Wrong size one there too. I'll be back with the correct size Allen wrench. 1 second. Like I said in the last video, 100 more times up and down and we might have it figured out. So I got the right wrench and I got the right Allen wrench. we should be good to go. GoPro's at 80%. So we should be golden. Can you see what I'm doing here? You loosen the bolt with the Allen, and then you tighten the nut and it sets the bolt. People should know these things, but I know people don't. No judging. It's pretty simple. Used by lots of different engineers for different reasons. These gloves are making it hard, but I don't want to get all that grease on my hands from that shaft. Okay. That one's on. It's going on a little bit rough because I didn't sand the edge down after I cut it. So let's go ahead and okay, we don't want the U-joint to hit, so that was too far. Not that we're doing that much angle, but still. Oh, what can I use to force that out the rest of the way? This other piece of bar. Anyways, that's plenty. It's not gonna bind when it's turning. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Well, that looks pretty damn good. I do say so myself. Now this is still going to be able to slide in and out as necessary, so don't worry. We have some final adjustments we can make, but we're gonna set it and forget it right here. And these aren't even going to hit anything, so I'm not going to worry about chopping them off, but you could chop them off if you were worried, or if you had like clearance issues with the firewall or whatever. Okay, so I'm just tightening these set screws. Try not to break my Allen wrench. Okay, that's done. I'll jack this thing up and turn the tires from the steering wheel just a bit. Or I should say it like all those other guys. For the first time in 20 years, turns its own wheels. Bunch of jokers. It's fine to say that once in the video, but like, okay, for the first time in 20 years turns its own wheels, and then the next thing is first time in 20 years has a seat attached, and you know, before you know it, it's like, okay, I get it. You're putting a car together. That's why I'm here, actually, to watch you do that. So anyways, that looks pretty good, I think. It's gonna hit right here, but it is what it is, guys. If that thing looks like it's gonna break and fall off, I doubt it. It looks like somebody already clearanced it, the head of that bolt. But if I have to do something about that, I will, which will have to be wallering out this firewall and pulling the shaft over more. But I don't think that's gonna be a real issue. You'll hardly feel it. And you know, I don't have power steering hooked up yet, obviously, but there it is. The shaft sticking out that far, but I can pull it out to the right distance now for that steering wheel when I'm in there. And I'll wait to do that till I have it jacked up in the sky and we can rotate the wheels and get the shots of that. Okay, getting in the car. And then I'll be heading out to the old AutoZone to get the right bolts for this. And then we'll be thinking about putting this thing yeah, that's gonna work good. It's nice and tight in there already with just these there we go. It's probably good right like that. Okay. All right, I'll get some shots of me turning the wheel back and forth from the other side, and then we'll call that for the video. Okay, I'm gonna turn the wheel, and you can see everything working, and everything looks pretty good to me. You can see that shaft hits the frame a little bit, but I don't think that's a problem, to be honest. It's gonna self-clearance, as they say. All right, that's a steering setup almost complete. I'm gonna go to AutoZone, get some 1 3/4 or 2 inch U-bolts, hopefully with long enough thread. If I can't find those with long enough thread to put here on the steering column, what I'll do is I'll just get 2 long all thread bolts or something and then put a plate on the end and then attach it, and then that steering shaft is going to be where it is. It's not going to move too much. It would have to come out of there quite a ways to actually fall out. I don't see that happening. So that bar's in there like 8 inches. So the steering would have to be all the way in my face for it to come off. All right, well, thanks for watching. After we determine if we can get some tires to hold some air, I'm gonna try to clean my garage and then get this baby in there, get it on jack stands, get some tires ordered. I want to get some radial tires, and they're pretty expensive for that wide and that tall, but we'll see what we come up with. If I have to, I mean, I'll put some 31s on there, something like that, but I think these are like 27, 28 inches tall and like over a foot wide, so we'll see what we can come up with. Anyways, I hope you enjoy it, and I'll be back with more action when I have more parts.